Local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
All right, I put this on one check. Is that okay? Draw?
That was fast and secure. It's Mobile Wallet from Lookout Credit Union.
Your home team, when local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
I love Lookout's campus branch. The vibe and the service. But with digital banking, it all comes to me. My customizable dashboard provides all my information. Accounts, cards.
Anything else?
I'm good. Bill pay, even my credit score. Gotta go. I mean, you gotta go download this app and upload convenience today.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Century High School. It's Gate City Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. Gate City Game Night presented by Lookout Credit Union, also presented in part by Valley Office Systems and Portneuf Medical Center. I want to thank our major broadcasting partners as well. Our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. Also want to thank Valley Office Systems. Valley Office Systems and Rico are your local hometown office solutions team, delivering the level of service that you expect because we are a service company above all else. Valley Office Systems and Rico want to wish all the Gate City teams best of luck. Also want to let you know that the Idaho Transportation Department is our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game sponsor. So thanks to the Idaho Transportation Department, they'll be bringing you our Player of the Game tonight. As we are set, it's a out-of-conference matchup, but a 4A matchup nonetheless. The Minico Spartans making the travel the trip over to play Century, the Diamondbacks here at Century High School tonight. Century comes in 0-3 as the home team, and Minico on the other side is 3-0. So they're looking to continue their winning ways. Of course, Minico kind of on maybe a little bit of a revenge season. They went undefeated last year in the regular season and then lost in the first round of the playoffs in kind of a shocker. So looking for a little redemption and get back to those playoffs and get deeper into the playoffs. Century still trying to get things figured out here this season. Defense has looked decent, but the offense has struggled to put points on the board. We'll see if they can get things going a little bit more here throughout this game. Lauren Jensen alongside Dallin Fryer here tonight on the call with us. Grateful. My first time working with Dallin, so excited to work with you. We're going to step away here as we honor our flag and our nation with the national anthem. This is Gate City Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Welcome back here to Gate City Game Night as you got the captains meeting out at the 50-yard line. The home team, Century Diamondbacks, in the black unis, in their black home unis, white helmets. Minico on the other side with the white uniforms, red numbers, and the gold helmets for the Spartans. I misspoke earlier on the pregame as Minico comes in 2-1 on the season. I'm going to double check that. 3-1. 1-0 in conference, 3-1 overall. They lost in an out-of-state matchup to Ridgeline High School 2 weeks ago, back on September 2nd, 21-20. So a very close loss for them. Their wins come against 5A Thunder Ridge, 40-21. They beat Beaver High School out of Utah, 24-14. And then last week, a big blowout of Mountain Home. They won 54-0 at Mountain Home. Century, on the other hand, we mentioned their 0-3 start. Last week, they fell to crosstown rival Highland, 28-0. They lost to Bonneville, 15-33, and then they lost. That's an odd score there for a football score, 15-33.
Very odd.
Then losing to Hillcrest, 8-34. As well, both of those at Thunder Stadium up in Idaho Falls, Ammon, technically. So Minico trying to extend their win streak, and especially in the state of Idaho, trying to stay perfect. And Century trying to get their first win of the season. Their second home game here. They were here last week against Highland, trying to get their first win of the season.
I believe it is homecoming tonight, so the energy for the Diamondbacks is high. They're looking to get their first win of the season. It's against a very, very, very good Minico Spartans team, and, I mean, all they can do right now is play upset.
Yeah, they come into this game, you're right, Dallin, the underdog. They're not, so in theory, no pressure on them. Kind of come out and play their game. We'll see what they have offensively. That seems to have been the struggles for them. I want to remind everybody there's a lot of games going on IdahoSports.com and across the state. We'll have all those scores coming in. But if you want to kind of jump around and see what other games are live, just check out the GameStream schedule and keep track on the Friday Night Flash, the only scoreboard across the state that's going to have all your games updated as we get scores live. Kickoff is going to be taken, bounced past the return man and picked up inside the 5. Now he's got to try to find some room to run. Return man going to get out to about shy of the 20, out to about the 18, 19-yard line for Minico, and that's where they'll start. Return man kind of made that ball kind of just took a snap between him, a jump between him, and he wasn't able to get to it. Cost him a few yards. But we're underway here. Gate City Game Night, first quarter, 11:55. First possession for the Spartans as they come to the line of scrimmage quickly. Immediately pitch it That is number 7 for the Spartans. He's going to pick up a good chunk of yards. That is Joseph Terry, the 5'8" senior running back. He's only listed at 130 pounds.
He looks a little more than that. I don't know if he's got an extra padding underneath the jersey, but that might have been taken a couple years ago.
Yeah, he does look bigger than that. If he's that big, then I looked a lot bigger in high school than I thought. Handoff around the right side, cut down, going to be shy of the first down, gained a couple yards. Looks like he's going to be a yard short, so it's 3rd and a very short 1 upcoming for the Spartans.
And the Spartans are known for using the ground game as much as possible. It'd be interesting to see here if they're not able to convert, if they'll still go for it even deep in Diamondback territory.
They are in run formation. Handoff does go around the right side. He gets hit. I don't know. It's going to be close. Ball carrier on the play is Bendelli, senior running back, 165 pounds. And he's short. No, he's not. They got it. I thought he was short, but the official says he's there. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Honestly, nothing to be upset for the Diamondbacks, though, so far. They haven't had any big plays. The Spartans are known for doing that early. See if they can continue that.
Back to pass. The lefty goes to the far side of the field. It's caught. Was he in bounds? He was. So 1st and 10 from the 45 now. Quarterback Carson Wayman.
And Wayman really bringing a new element to the Spartan offense last year. Last year they spent a lot of the time on the ground. They'll still do that, but Wayman, as you can see from the last play, he's got an arm on him.
Rolling to his left. It's caught in the soft spot of that zone, and a nice catch by Joseph Terry. And it's another 1st down for the Spartans out into Diamondback territory down to the 42-yard line. A little different look than what Century saw last week against Highland. That kind of misdirection handoff up the middle gets stuffed. No yards. In fact, it looks like a loss. Carry on the play was JT Garza. They list JT Garza at 6'4", 170.
That one I believe.
And nice job by Wayman to tip it to himself. Now he's going to keep it and make something really out of nothing. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10. I don't know. He doesn't look 6'4" to me, but 170 looks about right. Maybe he's that tall. We're just a long ways away.
There's a couple tall people on the Minico Spartan offensive line. I'd like to see how they match up with Garza's height.
Maybe that's what's throwing me off. I'm looking at him compared to the offensive line.
And he does line up right there as a wing back, right next to him.
Back to pass is Wayman. And he's going to take the sack. Nowhere to go with it, and he's sacked. Big number 52 for the Diamondbacks. That's Jackson Geslin, the senior. And it's 4th and about 18 now, and they'll punt it away. So the defense again for Century coming up big.
And that was huge because it knocked him out of maybe potentially going for it on a 4th down. Great play.
And the ball caught and returned, got hit right after he touched it, now driven out of bounds. The return man, that is Caden Horton. So good starting field position. This is as best as they've seen on this field for starting field position this year, out to the 32-yard line. I want to remind everybody to join IdahoSports.com. Join us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just click on those icons in the upper or on your viewer and stay in touch with us for all the things that are happening across the state in high school athletics. Handoff right up the middle. That is number 34 ball carrier Corbin Johnson, and he's that power back for the Diamondbacks. He likes to run north and south. You don't see him try to make a lot of guys miss. It's just see if I can run over you or not.
And the Spartans have a very stout linebacking core, a lot of experience. It'll be a fun matchup to see how they match up back and forth.
Johnson pretty much got stymied last week. He broke a couple of runs for maybe 20 yards last week, but most of them were short gains or losses against the Highland defense as well. Low snap, but picked up, kind of a delay, and no, going nowhere. Now he gets away. And it actually ended up maybe worse, as David Satter, the quarterback, got away from the first guy but lost some yardage in the process. So 3rd and about 17 yards for Century now. And that snap goes over his head, and that happened a couple times last week, all the way back inside the 5 to about the 3. So a huge loss. And with 6:55 here and running, they're going to have to punt it away from way inside their own end zone. Punter back there, number 18. That's Ashton Jenkins. Excuse me, that's 28, my mistake. Silas Willis to do the punting. He's a senior. They're going to need his experience to get this one out of the back of the end zone. He does get it away. Pretty good kick. He's going to take a nice bounce, and now trying to be returned and tackled immediately. So about the best you could ask for from the special teams there for Century.
Yeah, the punt essentially ended where the first down marker was, which shows how deep in their own territory they were on that. To get back almost near the 50 with no return, that's about as good as you can do.
So Minico with good starting field position now at the 44-yard line of Century. Handoff around that right side, and not much there, maybe a yard for JT Garza.
Really impressed with the Diamondbacks front 7 right now. They are controlling the game at the line of scrimmage. It's been impressive. Minico is known for their run offense. Pound, 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 and the Diamondbacks are shaping up so far with them.
Handoff around the left side and drop for a bit of a loss, actually, back to the original line of scrimmage. Ball carrier that time, Bendelli. And so 3rd and 10. The defense is kind of showing off a little bit here for both these squads.
And really the only offense that the Spartans have had so far is in the pass game, but they'll stick with their game plan. They're not trying to rush out of it. They're sticking with the run.
They pitch it to Garza this time, looking for a block to help. He gets about 3, but it's going to be 4th and 7 coming up. So a long 4th down, but you're kind of in that territory where you'd probably go for it here if you're the Spartans.
And where they did a run play on that, it seems so. And the offense is staying on the field. It will be interesting to see if they try to get a screen here or look downfield.
So rolling to his left. Looking, it is Garza. Garza's got the first down and out of bounds. So nice pass.
Oh, flag in the backfield, though.
From Wayment, and you're right, I didn't see that. Unfortunately, that's probably going to be the holding penalty. That's the worst because, Wayman's rolling out to his left. He was probably going to run away from whoever got held anyways, so it's just a frustrating one as they'll back him all the way up. Now it's 4th and 20. And they will punt this one away now. So you go from a first down to a 4th and 20 and having to punt. Garza looking for some room to get that away. It did just hit one of the Minico Spartans, so no real loss there on the coverage. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25 for Century.
Yeah, both offenses struggling so far, but I've seen enough high school football games to know that one play can change everything.
Yeah, they can break open things pretty quickly. The crew over at Magic Valley Tires, Les Schwab and Rupert, is committed to getting you back on the road safely. Les Schwab doing the right thing since 1952. Give them a call today at 436-5600 or stop by at 109 South, 100 West in Rupert. Magic Valley Tires, Les Schwab in Rupert, proud supporter of the Minico Spartan athletes. On the carry is Johnson. He gets a yard. This will be 2nd and 9. 4:21 left here in the first quarter on Gate City game night. Homecoming here at Century High School. Still looking for our first score of the game. Handoff up the middle is Johnson again. A little more room to run this time. He picks up about 7. Maybe 8, and it's going to be 3rd and 1 for Century.
I think everyone in the building knows where this ball is going on this play, too.
It might be that man in there behind Satter, or I guess to his side.
This might be.
Satter goes up under center. The handoff does go to Johnson. Johnson barrels forward and just gets there. It looks like. So 1st down it is. And the Diamondbacks get their first down of the game with 3:16 to go here in the third. Excuse me, the first. I'm trying to speed this game up, apparently.
Not quite there yet.
Little flip out into the flat and kind of got tangled up with his own man. Reception by number 3. That is Bentley Gunter. He had a good game last week offensively and defensively. That time just picks up about 1.5 yards. 2nd and a long 8 for Century. And that's Johnson again. He'll get out to just across the 40. 3rd and about 5 now.
And I like how the Diamondbacks have gone with more tempo after getting the first down. They realize that any type of momentum against this Spartan defense is strong, and they have to bank on it as much as they can. So kudos to them for sticking with the game plan. We'll see if it can bring results here on 3rd down.
Satter can throw it. We'll just see who he goes to. He has gone to his tight ends in the past. They try to draw him. They don't jump. Now Satter in trouble with the rush, and he won't get free. Sacked back at the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage, by big number 42 for the Spartans. That's Chris Torres, 6'1", 220-pound linebacker. One of that linebacking crew you were talking about, Dallin.
Yeah, they cause problems for every team in the state. 4A, 5A, they don't. Team from Utah, they don't really care. They're out for blood every game, and they do a good job with it.
A punt got away and taken right inside the 30. Little return room up the middle, and now breaks free of a tackle. Spinning and returning out to midfield. So a nice little 20-yard return for the Minico Spartans, Joseph Terry. And good starting field position once again for the Spartans.
And this is where they've kind of been camping out the last few drives. They've been hovering around about 40 to 40. Will they finally be able to push it beyond?
Well, Brewster Cheese is the largest manufacturer of Swiss cheese in the United States. They produce more than 100 million pounds of award-winning, all-natural Swiss cheese each year. Plus, they love what they do, and of course, they love to make it Swiss. That's hashtag Make It Swiss. Yeah, they know they're cheesy. They also love supporting the local community and wish the Minico Spartans the best of luck in today's game. A nice little pickup on first down thanks to Brewster Cheese. 5 yards, and then Garza going to be very near the first down once again. Looks like maybe just shy. It'll be third and short, upcoming.
Yeah, you don't see many 6'4" running backs anymore these days. When he's running through the line, it's different to watch him run through the tackles.
Yeah, you don't lose him like you do some of those 5'6" guys.
Yeah.
Handoff right up the middle to the power and room to run, excuse me, all the way down near the 20. So a great run from Bendelli as he found a seam and got it all the way down to the 21. 1st and 10 near the red zone for the Spartans. Looks like we might have a timeout on the field, and we do. I think it's Minico with the timeout. They had it,
end of the first.
End of the quarter. There we go. So end of the first quarter. No score here at Century High School. We'll flip ends. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. It's Gate City Game Night here on IdahoSports.com.
Own discounts.
Your job is planning, planting, harvesting, and to be on call 24 hours a day. Our job is to make sure you have the resources to keep doing it. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
Welcome back to the start of the second quarter. Handoff up the middle again and breaking some tackles. That's number 24, Bendelli, again on the carry. And he'll pick up a good chunk of yards on first down. 6 yards, so 2nd and 4, just underway here in the second quarter.
Spartans seem to be pushing the ball up the middle a lot more this drive than what they had been in the first couple drives. And it's definitely working.
It's Bendelli again with room to run up the middle, making guys miss. Touchdown, Bendelli. So a big run for Bendelli, about a 17, 16-yard touchdown run. And the Minico Spartans are on the board first. 6-0 as they bring in the PAT, the special teams crew, to do the kicking. That's Solorio for the Spartans. And kick up, and it is good. Plenty of distance. And down the middle. So it's 7-0. The Minico Spartans on top here to start the second quarter. I want to thank our power boosters as well, Mount Harrison Audiology and Hearing Aids LLC and the Teton Auto Group. Huge thanks to both those power boosters. So what did you see on that drive, Dallin?
It was just a lot of pound up the middle. You saw they didn't drop back for a pass on first down. They haven't been doing that throughout the whole game. I think only one first down where they've actually gone back to pass. But they had been trying to get the ball outside, and they used a lot of fakes going outside in the first couple plays of that drive and found what they had at the middle. They kept doing it, and, 3 plays in a row to finish the drive going up the middle with a touchdown, and that's about as encouraging of a sign as you can get. If you can get the ball up the middle, your offense opens wide up.
And it played out well for them. Of course, they got the nice field position as well after the punt. And then, like I said, Bendelli just kind of pounding it up the middle a little more this time. And they opened up some seams for him to get some good runs off in that drive. Kick taken off the ground. It wasn't touched into the end zone for a touchback, low kick. But with 11:27 left to go here in the second, it's the Minico Spartans up 7-0. Century will take over on offense once more. I haven't seen Satter throw too much thus far. Mostly run plays, a little bit of stuff out in the flat, but nothing really downfield thus far from Satter.
And they had a a good first down play where they had 3 yards on a pass. I'd be interested to see if they go back to that.
Little extra jump on the defense that side. Number 4, of course, not listed. On our program. And another kind of fumbled ball in the backfield, and now with room to run. Also a broken play turns into a big play. And down the sideline, and finally tripped up at about the 26-yard line. Picking that up and running it, number 23 for Century. That's Caden Horton.
That's about as good of an outcome as you can have from a broken play. I was kind of worried that they were going to call a forward pass there on Saturday, but the officials let the play go, and great result for the Diamondbacks, now finally out of their own territory.
Yeah, big play. You're right, it was awfully close to a forward pass. And they get all the way down 1st and 10 to the 27 officially. Just under 11 minutes here in the second quarter left. And it's Johnson again on the carry. Johnson breaks an ankle tackle, still on his feet, plowing forward inside the 20. And Johnson with a 9-yard pickup. Lost his shoe while he was at it.
We saw a lost shoe and a lost helmet on the play.
Hopefully they return those to the official owners. Johnson has his slip-on back on, and he's ready to go. Low snap, but corralled. Johnson takes it, and he's going to be close to the first down, depending on the spot. So it's his 3rd down. He's about a half-yard short. So 3rd and 1 for Century.
And sometimes on those second and short plays, you see when they're this deep, close to the end zone, sometimes you see a pass play just to open up the run for 3rd down. You have that safety net. You have a good back.
Johnson takes play. Another helmet flies. That's a first down. He fought for it. So the helmet that flew off, that's Trenkle.
He was the one that had his helmet fall off before, too. He needs to make some adjustments on his chin strap, maybe.
Yeah, tighten that thing up, Trenkle. I've put on a few football helmets, and I think they fit correctly at the time, but those things are on there pretty tight, and when you throw on the chin strap, they're really on there. It would hurt to have your helmet ripped off.
Mm-hmm. And Trenkle has a big head of hair underneath that helmet, too. It's a lot to work with.
Throw the back shoulder just too far behind the intended receiver. That's Gunter out there. He just couldn't adjust quick enough. So 2nd and 10. He had him on the outside open.
And I like seeing them go for a pass on first down once in a while. You know, you don't have to do it every single time, but if you can mix it up, especially down here, I like it. I like the out route there. It keeps it safe, and I'm sure we'll see them go back to the ground right here as well.
Satter. Low snap again, handoff to Johnson. Johnson tripped up in the backfield. Good penetration and good tackle there by number 6, Nick Gibson, one of those linebackers for the Spartans. So it looked like Johnson had a little bit of running room anyways.
And Gibson has been in the backfield over and over and over again. It seems like every time there's a tackle for loss, he's responsible for it.
When Gibson's he's listed as a linebacker, but now he's covering somebody, but a lot of times he lines up kind of on the defensive end scenario. Pitch to the outside, one tackle broken, but not going to get anywhere near the first down. Nowhere to go for the ball carrier, Horton, that time. We'll see what they opt to do here, see if they bring on the field goal unit, and they have. It's the kicker out there. That's Silas Wills. He's a senior. He's been pretty consistent with his PATs. And I've watched, his punts have been good. His PATs and warm-ups were good. Let's see what he can do here. It's about a 34-yard field goal. And it's a roller. Picked up and now on the run. Thrown, caught, but not going to get anywhere near the first down. So snaps have been an issue here in this ball game. As Wills doesn't even get a chance to make an attempt at that one. So a turnover on downs. And that nice drive put together by Century dies on the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Hand off around the end to Garza. Garza, good yards. 9 yards out to the 30. Second down and 1 upcoming for the Spartans.
Still yet to see any turnovers in this game. When you're running the ball a lot, sometimes you see the ball pop out, yet to happen.
Wayment rolling left, looking to throw. He's got a man downfield behind the defense, off the hands of Joseph Terry. And that would have been 6 more had Terry been able to haul it in.
Wayment, as a left-handed quarterback, he definitely loves to roll left. You rarely see him just drop straight back. Every single time he's rolling to his left, you have to figure that the ball is going to go in that direction when he drops back.
This time right under center, handoff right up the middle. Nowhere to go, though, but somehow finding a little room to fall forward is Japheth Bendelli. And I think that's a... Is that not a first down?
It looks like the marker on the sideline has
there
first
we
down.
go.
Okay.
I just never saw the white hat actually signal it, so I wasn't sure. And the chain crew over there wasn't quite sure either.
Yeah, it's weird to see the first down marker go in front of the chain gang.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. We're going to have a motion penalty, I believe, or a false. Well, it'll be an illegal motion against Minico, I think.
Yeah, might have not gotten everybody set. They try to run a quick snap where they have everybody go down at the exact same time and maybe one guy not down soon enough.
Yeah, they do. They get to that line of scrimmage real quickly, and then they put that one guy in motion. I'm not sure everybody was set before that first guy went in motion, and so an illegal shift. Too many guys in motion, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Back to the 26. So 1st and 15 now for Minico. 6:40 as the clock continues to roll here. Quick first half thus far. Handoff up the middle, and spinning free is Bendelli. 6 yards on the carry. You know, Bendelli, he's one of those traditional sized running backs. He's 165, 5'7", so low to the ground, strong running back. You look at him and he just looks like a running back. And he's able to break free from his tackles, just keeping those legs churning.
Rarely goes down with the first contact.
Wayment trying to run away, but he cannot get free from big number 71 of the D-backs. That's Carson Lindsay. A flag came in to the line of scrimmage. We'll see what the call is here. Personal foul face mask against Century. Did they call that on Carson?
It looks like it was called by the back judge, which you don't typically see on a running play. The back judge call or throw the flag in.
And there is a little discussion from the coaching staff asking about that as well. But nonetheless, the play will stand, call will stand, and it'll be 1st and 10. And that's a big one because he had him in the backfield, and I couldn't see it either from here. Granted, we're a long ways away, but he got him up around the face mask and threw him down, and that'll draw the flag every time. 1st and 10, handoff to Bendelli. Bendelli, more room to run. Spun forward. Did he actually go down? He did.
He didn't think so.
He was going to keep going.
I think we've kind of seen that with the officials so far. They seem to be waiting on the whistle just a little bit, trying to see, and maybe the players are waiting for the whistle right now. But shout out to our officials too. We're always grateful for them doing their job. It's not easy doing high school football, but they do a great job out there.
His handoff goes to Bendelli again, this time over the left side. Flag going to come in. That's probably going to be a holding call. And it is. So that one coming from the white hat from the backside often ends up in holding. So they'll accept it. It'll be 10 yards from that spot. So it'll be second and about 12. Okay, 11.
Penalties really defining this drive right now. 2 on the Spartans and 1 on the Diamondbacks after a pretty clean first quarter.
So second and 11 after the penalty. Motion again. That play's coming back. As Bendelli picks up good yardage, but it's going to be negated because of illegal motion. Shift again, too many guys in motion. So it'll be now second and 16 after the penalty.
I think Garza might have made contact with his with the up back there and pushed him a little bit. Unintentional, of course.
So you talked about penalties kind of being the name of this, defining this drive, and you're absolutely right. With 4:35 here, the Spartans picking up yardage, but it's all going backwards because of penalties. A little low snap. Wayment finally controls it. Dumps over the middle. It's caught by Garza. Garza going to pick up good yards. A couple of yards shy of the first down.
And when in doubt, while you're running around, you're trying to find somebody. Look for the 6'4" tight end. Or I guess 6'4" running back. That's where typically where he lines up.
Yeah, nice little big, tall target from your running back over the middle. Handoff to Bendelli. He bounces to the outside. First down, and then held up there. Finally goes down in a sea of black. And it'll be first and 10 for Minico out to the 43-yard line.
Starting to see more subs coming in for the Diamondback defense. They've spent a lot of time on the field tonight.
On the carry, that's number 7 this time, picking up another first down. That's Joseph Terry on the carry. At least that's what I've got listed for number 7. Heard a different name from the PA, so I'm hoping I'm right. Terry is listed as a running back. Looks the right size. Pass out in the flat, caught. Now trying to make a move downfield. Good reception, Riker Stimson. Junior dropped, but not after he picks up another first down inside the 20, about the 17, 18-yard line, first and 10. 2:50 left in the quarter. Handoff up the middle again, and the pile just plowing forward. Terry on the carry, and behind him providing the oomph, I think that was number 55, Oakland Edwards.
I'm surprised that there's no advanced stat for linemen getting yards pushing. I'm sure that some network out there is working on that.
Yeah. Yeah, push after the contact or something.
Because that really does make a difference on the play.
Handoff to Bendelli. Touchdown, Bendelli. From 5 yards out. So Bendelli's got 2 scores. And it's 13-0 Minico, mostly on the ground.
Yeah, Bendelli really having a great game out there tonight. Receiving a lot of the carries, but he's also carrying the team.
On for the PAT. It is up, and it is good. As number 40 again doing the kicking, Jorge Solorio. And 14-0, it's all Minico here in the first half. A couple early stops defensively for Century, and then Minico has been able to punch in a couple of touchdowns on the ground. I want to thank Valley Office Systems and Rico. They're your local hometown office solutions. Office solution team delivering the level of service that you expect because they're a service company above all else. Valley Office Systems and Rico want to wish all the Gate City teams best of luck. And the crew over at Magic Valley Tires, Les Schwab and Rupert, is committed to getting you back on the road safely. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952. Give them a call today at 208-436-5600 or stop by 109 South 100 West in Rupert. Magic Valley Tires, Les Schwab and Rupert, proud supporter of Minico's Spartan athletes. And that ball goes back into the end zone for a touchback. So 2:08 left here in the first half. A little bit of time for Century to try to get some points on the board.
And I believe Century will get the ball to start the second half, correct?
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see how much they really put into this drive if they can't get a good play on this first down.
There's still 2 minutes left. You don't want to give too nice of a field to Minico. That's a good run. A flag flying in and hitting some players. Again, that came in from the back judge. We'll see what the call is there. Century saying that's going against Minico. A personal foul face mask on Minico. So you don't see that too often, the defensive face mask.
Yeah, great way to start the drive for the Diamondbacks here. It pushes them up pretty good. Still 2 minutes on the clock. They have all 3 timeouts. Lot of half left.
Yeah, the 2-minute drill here, just under 2 minutes for the Spartans, or excuse me, for the Diamondbacks, I guess, and the Spartans, but Diamondbacks on offense. Satter, handoff to Johnson. Johnson wrapped up maybe a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 upcoming. Century, I was just going to say, they've got their timeouts and they opt to burn one right there. No, Minico does.
They must have a lot of confidence in that defense. They're going to get the stop here and hopefully leave them a minute on the clock, I guess, if they're able to make stops on the next 2 plays. But, I mean, if you have your 3 timeouts, you can't take them with you. So
that's true.
See what can happen.
Spend them while you can.
That's right. And, I mean, the defense has been great for Minico so far. Last possession, the Diamondbacks were able to get some production. But the defense overall for Minico has been strong, and Coach McCaffrey is showing faith in them right now.
And they had an opportunity to try to put 3 on the board. A bad snap kind of wiped that opportunity off the board. But after the timeout, 1:38 left here. 2nd and 8 for the Diamondbacks.
Still yet to see Satter take a shot yet down the field.
And he's looking over for a play. Finally gets it. Now back to the line of scrimmage. And this time they'll go down the sideline. Caught, beautiful catch. Oh no, it came free. It was going to be a beautiful catch as he had to lay out. It was Burrows, Tristan Burrows, but he just couldn't hold on to it when he hit the ground.
Great throw by Satter, though. I mean, that shows that he does have the arm strength and he has the accuracy.
So 3rd and 8 now. 1:32 left. I wonder what they'll do here, if they'll go to the air once again and keep time on the clock. They will. Short throw, caught, first down. So a great play right to the sticks. A nice catch by number 4, Jake Rawlings. And that keeps the drive alive for the Diamondbacks.
And because they're comfortable with this 2-minute offense already, they're not going to burn their timeouts yet.
Satter flips it out in the flat again. And wrapped up, great open field tackle by number 13, Stockton Chandler. The reception went to Gunter, but he could not get away from him. They'll actually lose a yard on the play. Under a minute now, 55 seconds. Low snap, Satter going to throw to the sideline. It's caught basically right back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a 2-yard gain. So 3rd and 9. Clock does stop, so that is beneficial for the Diamondbacks. 38 seconds left. They've got Rawlings, Gunter, and Burrows all split out. In the slot is Bull. Throw short, nearly caught. It was left short. Burrows had to kind of try to tip it to himself and wasn't able to haul it in. 4th and 9 upcoming.
34 seconds on the clock here. Minico has 2 timeouts. If they're able to get a good return here off the punt, if they are going to punt, they might be. I don't see a punter back there. Everybody except for the punter is back there.
The protection men looked behind them. The 3 protectors there looked back and wait a minute, there's nobody back here to catch the football as Mills was running out on the field a little late.
It's not something you see very often. Normally the kicker and the punter is ready to go on the field the second it hits 4th down. I guess he wasn't sure that they were going to be punting there.
Tell you what, they might bring that play back later. They'll snap it to one of the protectors and we'll just do a trick play.
That's true.
Really throw people off. Well, at halftime, we have the marching band for Century. Of course, it is homecoming here tonight, but also the punt, pass, and kick competition. The fundraiser here at halftime put on by IdahoSports.com. Last week, the kick was taken from about the 30, but it barely got off the ground. We'll see if this young lady tonight can best that. So Mills gets a nice punt away, takes a great bounce, a beautiful bounce for Century all the way down just inside the 5. I tell you what, he's done a great job as the punter for Century. That's Silas Wills, 6-foot senior for Century.
And do you imagine that the Spartans will probably just try to get the ball to Bendelli because he has big playability here, but maybe just playing it safe and letting the clock run out if nothing happens here.
Yeah, just 23 seconds left in the half.
Might even be a knee.
It is Waymond under center. He does just take the knee, and that's it. That's the end of the half. And the Minico Spartans head into the locker room at halftime, up 14-0 on Century here at Century High School. Well, this is Gate City Game Night, presented by Lookout Credit Union, also presented in part by Valley Office Systems and Portneuf Medical Center. Also, a huge thanks to our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. We're going to step away for just a quick break here at halftime. We'll come back for the punt, pass, and kick challenge. It's homecoming night here at Century High School, but the Minico Spartans ahead 14-0 over the Century Diamondbacks. We'll be back.
When local matters, Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office, copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're Valley-Wide Country Store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-Wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
All right, I put this on one check. Is that okay? Draw?
That was fast and secure. It's Mobile Wallet from Lookout Credit Union.
Your home team, when local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office, copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
All right, I put this on one check. Is that okay? Draw?
That was fast and secure. It's Mobile Wallet from Lookout Credit Union.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Portneuf Medical Center, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
Well, welcome back as we're here at halftime. The punt, pass, and kick. So this young lady down inside the 30 now. So she's got to tee it up. And this is where it gets difficult, Dallin, because, I mean, I don't know. I haven't personally ever really attempted a field goal, and especially not off a tee much. Most guys, even guys on football teams, I feel like most guys don't just like go out there and practice kicking off a tee.
Yeah, a lot of it would have to be just a toe punch in
Yeah.
this situation, because if you're not trained to kick off of a tee, it is not easy.
So she gets 2 chances, and that's about what happened. You really got to get underneath it, and this is about what happened last week.
She looks like she's a soccer player, though, because the way she stabbed the ball, it looked like a soccer player trying to...
Hey, she got some flight on it, but not enough. So a good effort. She got it into the end zone, so good effort.
We're making progress.
Yeah.
By the end of the season, we're going to have somebody.
You know, you start thinking, some of these guys, hey, we're going to buy some tickets, and we're just going to practice all week so that one of these days we get it, and we have the opportunity. And I think if you get a couple of these people down, if you can get down to the 10, that's a doable field goal for somebody that doesn't kick very much.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember when I was in high school, we would do that every single game day in the morning, and we were not good to start the season, but by the end of the season, there were several of us that were able to do it. It just takes a little bit of practice, and you gotta use the punt. That's the big thing. You can't punt it as if you're trying to punt in a real game. You have to punt it with a lot of topspin and just let that ball roll.
Get it down the field as far as you can, and then I don't have much of an arm, but I think I could get it close. The kick would always be the issue.
Yep. And I mean, if you're really wide left, it's going to be tough too.
Yeah. We do have the homecoming court out onto the field tonight. As you watch the king and queen out there, and we'll have the rest of the court coming out as well for the Century Diamondbacks. So we are at halftime here at Century High School. It's homecoming here for the Diamondbacks on Gate City Game Night, presented by the Lookout Credit Union, as also presented by Valley Office Systems and Portneuf Medical Center. We are going to step away for just another moment as they continue to bring out the homecoming court. It's Gate City Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. Thanks for joining us, and we will be back.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Your home team, when local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
I love Lookout's campus branch. The vibe and the service. But with digital banking, it all comes to me. My customizable dashboard provides all my information. Accounts, cards.
Anything else?
I'm good. Bill pay, even my credit score. Gotta go. I mean, you gotta go download this app and upload convenience today.
We're Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
All right, I put this on one check. Is that okay? Draw?
That was fast and secure. It's Mobile Wallet from Lookout Credit Union.
Well, welcome back to halftime here at Century High School. where the Minico Spartans lead Century Diamondbacks 14-0 on 2 touchdown runs from Bendelli. So I can find my stuff here in the dark. Bendelli, Japheth Bendelli, senior running back for the Minico Spartans. He had a 16-yard touchdown run with about 11:40 to go in the second quarter, so just barely underway in the second quarter. And then late in the second quarter, about 3 minutes left to go in the second, he punched in another 5-yard touchdown run. PATs were both good, and that's been our scoring. As Century hasn't been able to get on the board once again. They had an opportunity for a field goal in the first that went a bad snap, kind of ended that. And really, that's been about it for them. Again, it's just kind of been that offensive struggle for the Diamondbacks to try to get something going. And so 14-0 is our score. Most of that, all the scoring behind Bendelli, but he's been the featured back, racking up the yards. He's probably, 75 yards on the evening thus far, about 10 carries for him in the ball game. And so a couple of those touchdown runs. So starting to rack up the yards. Possibility to easily go over to 100, maybe approach that 200-yard mark, which they've kind of done as a team earlier in the season as well.
Yeah, and that's what you'll see from Minico. They have traditionally been an under center, run the ball up the middle, sweep once in a while, and they've done that a little bit with Garza tonight, but it's mostly just been a steady diet of Bendelli. You got to give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. They've been opening holes, but Bendelli's he doesn't go down on first contact. It seems like every single run there's 1 or 2 different Diamondback defenders falling off of his legs before the tackle's made.
And you make a good point, Dallin, that Bendelli, he's had room to run, and a lot of those bigger runs that he's had have come up the middle. So that the guys up front, that O-line opening up, seams for him to shoot through and pick up the yardage. Occasionally he breaks it to the outside, but mostly a lot of that run between the tackles, and they've racked up some yards as Century comes out onto the field here at halftime with about 3 minutes left. Minico already out here. You mentioned Garza. He's had his fair share of carries, and he's probably got 20, 25 yards of rushing himself on the evening. Wayman's been able to complete some passes downfield occasionally, just kind of mixing those in. But the struggles offensively for Century have continued. Their defense has been decent. Again, in this ball game, they just can't get the points on the board.
Yeah, and last week the Minico offense scored 54 points. The Diamondback defense is clearly doing better than that at this point in the game, but they're going to tire out if they have to keep being on the field for 80% of the time. The Diamondback offense just hasn't – they haven't committed any turnovers. They haven't made – terrible mistakes other than a couple snaps going over the quarterback's head, but mostly those have happened on 3rd or 4th down, it seems like. So they're just not getting a push initially. They've had a couple plays with Johnson that have been big, but I'll be interested to see if they go more to the air in the second half. They had a little bit of success at the end of the half. Granted, that was with maybe the Spartans just trying not to have any deep balls go past them, but Satter, he can throw it. We've seen it. We've seen he can throw it.
He's got some touch.
Yeah. And he seems confident back there at least. And if the line can give him a little bit of time, he's got some athletes out there that he can throw to. But, they've got to be able to put a couple drives together to counter this the strength of the Spartans.
Yeah, and I think back, the biggest play offensively for Century was actually a broken play on a little shuttle or a pitch that we thought maybe was a forward pass, but ended up being a lateral, and it hit the ground, was picked up. It was Horton who ended up ran it for about 50 yards, and that's been their biggest play on a broken play, which is not necessarily a good thing, but they need to string some things together, if for nothing else but to give that defense a rest, because like you said, that's exactly what happened last week against Highland. Is it was almost 0-0 going into half, a late score by Highland in the first half, but Century was just on the field. The defense was on the field so much, eventually you're going to just run out of gas, especially when Century runs some guys on both sides of the football too. So A lot of effort being expended out there, just offensively not seeing the results from the Diamondbacks. Hopefully they can turn that around. They do get the opening kickoff here in the third quarter. So hopefully they can put something together on this opening drive. Brewster Cheese is the largest manufacturer of Swiss cheese in the United States. They produce more than 100 million pounds of award-winning, all-natural Swiss cheese each year. Plus, they love what they do and, of course, love to make #MakeItSwiss. Yeah, they know they're cheesy. They also love supporting the local community, and they wish the Minico Spartans the best of luck in tonight's game. As I make that drive over that way occasionally, I've noticed some of those big dairies that have gone to Jersey cows, and that's probably the reason right there. Big Swiss cheese producer wanting a little more milk fat. Jersey cows. There's your dairy lesson for the day for all you listeners out there. If you didn't know, probably most of them know more about it than I do. But
and I know next to nothing. My wife is from that area, and she whenever we drive by, she points out every single cow that we pass.
I grew up on a dairy. We had Holsteins, but I can't believe that from Preston. You got to know something about cows, right?
There was definitely a lot of my friends with dairies, but I was not one of those fortunate people to be able to
unfortunate
grow up on them.
is the word you were looking for. Taken at the 5 on the return. Down that left side, good field position. Out across near to the 35-yard line, so a nice return. That's a good way to start for Century. Jake Rawlings, a nice kickoff return.
Rawlings actually has, if you count those as yards, he's actually probably accounted for half of the other yards other than the broken play.
Yep.
He's I'd like to see them feature him a little bit more in the offense this half.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to get him the ball much. He's lined up as a wide receiver on our near side. Oh, that going nowhere. Johnson didn't even have a chance to take a step forward before he got hit in the backfield, so a loss of 2.
On that play, it seemed like every single Minico down lineman was in the backfield. That's not a great way to start the half for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, especially after a great return, good field position, then your first play from scrimmage goes backwards. So 2nd and about 12 now. As Satter comes up, changes the play, and moves Johnson to his right. Low snap. Satter in trouble, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. 5-yard loss on the sack, and he just doesn't have time.
Yeah, the only shot for him is to do what he was doing earlier, and that's just to pick one guy and hope that it doesn't get intercepted. And I mean, it's hard to do that with as good of a defense as Minico, because they are blanketing the Diamondback receivers.
So 3rd and about 17 now. Satter back at his 20. Handoff to Johnson up the middle, but he's stuck right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or 2. It's going to be 4th and 15 upcoming, and punt crew will be on. So a nice run kickoff return, but everything went backwards from there, and Mills back on to punt away once again. Return man lined up back at about his own 35-yard line. And they ran into the punter. Not hard, but
the PA announcer just said what I was thinking, which is that kid can kick. He's definitely put some good boots in the ball today.
So unfortunately, a good punt, as you mentioned, but unfortunately the penalty won't account for enough, so they'll re-kick it. Yeah, Mills has got some good ones off. Wills, excuse me, Silas Wills. 6-foot senior, 160-pound kicker, and I'd like to see him get a chance to kick a field goal.
We almost had that opportunity in the first half, but a bad snap.
So now the Fleshman talking head coach for Century maybe wanting to decline the penalty and take the ball on the kick. Was it fair caught? I didn't see.
It was fair caught, yes.
Okay.
And it was fair caught around the 40, which, I mean, well, actually, it might have even been more of the 35.
Okay.
And I'm not sure you get a better punt than that. And I mean, your punter just got ran into. That can't be ignored because he might be feeling it just a little bit. Punters don't like to get hit, and I don't blame him. It's a tough motion to be able to be going forward and then having your body rocked back.
And so Century does what we thought they were doing. They decline the penalty because of the great kick from Wills. And so Minico will take over on the 37. So that's where it was fair caught the time before.
And I think it's a good decision, too, because they were close to blocking that last punt. You really don't want to. The worst case scenario there is you take the penalty, you go to punt it, it gets blocked, and Minico has great field possession or even better.
Handoff up the middle, and that one, that's Terry, I believe. Joseph Terry, big gain of about 9 on first down. And the ground attack continues. No, they got a first down on the carry, so 10 yards. 9:40 left here in the third quarter. Quickly to the line goes Wayment. Handoff to the first guy. That's Bendelli. And Japheth Bendelli with almost a 6-yard pickup on first down. 2nd and a long 4 for the Spartans as they continue to move the football. And right now, just no answer is, the line really, the offensive line and defensive line for Minico kind of taking charge here early on in the third. Back to passes, Wayment. Drops it off to Garza, wide open. That's a touchdown. Nobody was close to him. He goes all the way to the end zone. He came out of the backfield. Nobody covered him. And Garza for just taking a look at that, a 52-yard touchdown for JT Garza.
Excellent time for a play-action pass there. As the steady diet of runs was setting the tone in this third quarter, and Garza wide open.
Yeah, it doesn't. The only question there was Garza going to catch the ball, as that PAT is up and good. Garza was able to grab onto it from Wayment and ran 52 yards for a touchdown, and it's now 21-0 with 8:46 left here in the third quarter. I want to thank our power boosters, Mount Harrison Audiology and Hearing Aids LLC and Teton Auto Group. Huge thanks to them. If you're watching us here, you can see the power boosters off to the right side of your screen. If you're looking for a way to support a business, just click on those links, get to their websites. If you need any of those services, head that way. And a huge thanks to Century High School for having us here on Gate City Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. On a beautiful night here in Pocatello. We had some rain. It's cooled off. I think most of the fires are finally out, so the air is clear, which is nice.
Much less smoky night tonight.
Yeah. So after the touchdown, another low kick. Line drive taken and returned by Rawlings again. Rawlings tripped up at the 25. It'll be 1st and 10 for Century. at the end of our game, we will have our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. So stick around for that. Satter looking for somebody to throw to. Now he'll run it, finding some room to go, and a first down from Satter. Good decision by the quarterback, and about a 14-yard pickup.
Yeah, one of the first times we've seen Satter actually on the run and not getting sacked in the backfield in those scenarios. So good awareness by him, building a little bit of momentum for this drive.
That drew some cheers from the hometown crowd here in front of us. They're hoping for a touchdown here on homecoming night. Quickly to get their team back into the game. Another bad snap, but Rawlings picks it up and picks up about 5 as he cartwheels over the tackler. A nice 5-yard pickup for, I believe that was Rawlings on the carry.
I think it was Satter again.
It was Satter again?
Okay. Snap, yep.
Okay. I saw the 4, I missed the 1 on the back.
And Satter showing his legs on this drive.
He's got Johnson with him in the backfield to his right again. Quick out, caught, and trying to pick up the first down is Burrows. So, and that is a first down. Another first down for the Diamondbacks.
And those quick passes, I like the quick passes, especially at this point in the game where you haven't had as much success on the ground as you want. A quick pass can still account for just about as much as a short run. So great play call there.
And you get those DBs that want to come up and press a little bit as they draw the defense offside on the hard count. That'll get 5 free ones. Those quick out routes, all of a sudden you draw those corners and the DBs up, and then you take your shot on a little pump fake and go down the field.
And Satter's got the arm strength for that too.
And Minico is, especially on Burrows, they're really pressed up on him. Handoff to Johnson. Johnson runs into a couple tacklers, but spins forward for a yard or 2. 2nd and 4 upcoming. 7:15 left in the third. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that much in the first half, but they are kind of, well, they've got a safety coming over there now, but Burrows is kind of one-on-one, and they're right up on him. If Burrows can get a step, he's definitely got a height advantage. That's Johnson on the carry. He breaks a couple tackles for another first down to the 35-yard line.
That was a great hold by the left tackle and left guard of the Century line right there. The center helping out as well. That's probably the biggest hole that Johnson's had to run through the whole evening.
And he made the most of it. About another 10 yards for Johnson. And the Diamondbacks on the run here. Short, just that time, not a great throw from Satter as it goes incomplete. Probably a good thing because he would have lost yards if he'd have caught it.
And sometimes you see that from quarterbacks where they get a little amped up for the big throws. The short ones, they just take a little too much off. In that case, you can still throw it pretty hard. It's just a little bit more of an accurate throw rather than a power throw.
Well, and you want to get it out there quickly because you don't want somebody jumping the route and pick 6 on you and taking it to the house on the other end.
And sometimes they don't even grab the laces on those, so
yeah,
can't blame them.
Handoff up the middle. It's going to be 3rd and long, maybe a yard. So 3rd and 9 upcoming now. That's a good point that I hadn't really thought about. When you're getting rid of it that quick as a quarterback, often you're probably not getting the snap. You know, you're getting your hands right on the laces.
Yeah, and I mean, with how quick Satter got the ball out right there, I have to think he just, whatever was in his hand was what he threw. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
So 3rd and 9 now for the Diamondbacks. Satter adjusting people. Back to pass. Across the middle, it's caught. It's going to be short, well short of the first down. He got about 4 more. So it's going to be 4th and a long 4. Well, we'll say 5, actually, where it's setting at. So 4th and 5. You got to think Century's got to go for it here, right?
Well, and especially where they had all 4 receivers doing short routes in the last play, you have to think so. And, I mean, down 21-0, you finally get out of your own territory. I mean, it's the only answer right now.
See what they do. They've got Burrows on the far side. And he's going to take off with it as Satter cuts it back up into the inside. He's going to get the first down and more, still on his feet. And now, finally, the pile goes to the ground. So a good decision by Satter that time, as he didn't have the guy he wanted on the pass play. So he found a seam to run, and he picks up the first down. Drive continues with 4:50 left here in the third.
A little bit of a risky decision there, too, because there was a lot of Minico Spartans right in front of him. But he trusted his speed there, and, I mean, after that, the lineman gave him another 3 yards after that with a push.
So best scoring opportunity of the evening for the Diamondbacks. Hand off to Johnson over the left side. Get caught again right at the line of scrimmage. So just not much doing for Johnson out of the backfield. 2nd and 10.
And Satter's had success throwing the ball this possession. But, I mean, it just comes down to if he has enough time. Johnson just hasn't quite been able to get as good of a push this half. He had the one good run, but in the first half he was able to feel like get 2 or 3 yards every carry, but hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Rolling right is Satter. He's going to take it on the run again, picking up some more yards, and gets tackled from behind. It's going to be 3rd down, but 3rd and manageable, about 3rd and 4. Just inside the 20. 3rd and 5, actually. So finally into the red zone are the Diamondbacks with 3:15 left in the third.
And you wonder where Willis's range is, too. This would put them about a 37-yard field goal. Are they even considering field goal at this point? Down 21-0, 3 minutes left in the third. A lot of questions here.
Handoff goes to number 23 on the carry. That's Horton. And he's very close to the first down. We'll see. As the players clear out, ball gets spotted, they'll take a look at it. And it's going to be 4th down, half yard shy.
And you have to figure they'll go for this one where it's so close.
Under center is going to go Satter. Satter takes it himself. I think he got enough with that forward progress. Driven back, but I think he got enough.
Yeah, those QB sneaks, you have to get as low as possible right away, and Satter did, but he's on the ground. He's not getting up right now.
Yeah, popped pretty good, of course, at the line of scrimmage, but I think he got there. It looked like he had enough drive over that left side of the line. Of course, Minico says no, he did not make it. Officials timeout taken. They are going to measure. Again, want to thank our local sponsors while we wait for this measurement to come across. The crew at Magic Valley Tires, Les Schwab and Rupert, want to thank them, as well as Brewster Cheese, the largest manufacturer of Swiss cheese in the United States. Satter has been the guy on this drive. And here comes the measurement. They're short, just barely.
That really surprises me. I really felt like he got the initial push, but I mean we're like you said pretty far away and
at a bad angle. Yeah.
But man, it sure looked like he got that foot that they were saying was left. But
Yeah, it looked like he got beyond the lineman, his own lineman, which is really all he needed. But maybe there was an initial push backwards from the line. So a turnover on downs as that drive ends. Garza with the carry. He's cut down after about 3 yards.
And Satter did come off the field. He had to be helped off the field by the training staff there. He had a little bit of a limp coming off. You have to hope that he's okay and can continue on for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, they're kind of checking him out down here on the bench just at the 50. He is up and getting some instructions from that training staff. Probably moving on a knee or an ankle, seeing if he can support it. Carry, I think that's Garza. No, that was not Garza on that carry. That's Terry. Joseph Terry on the carry that time. Gains about 3 more, and it's 3rd and a long 2 for the Spartans. And if the defense is going to come up big for Century, this is the time to do it.
The Diamondbacks need a stop here. Desperately need a stop.
Bendelli on the carry. They're not going to get it. And Bendelli still on his feet. Across the 45, now the 50. It's a foot race down the edge. He's got one man to beat. It's Rawlings. Rawlings going to run him down and out of bounds. But a huge pickup by Bendelli all the way inside the 10 to the 7.
And that same guy we've been calling all night, Bendelli. He makes things happen.
About a 61-yard run from Bendelli, and that sure and easily puts him over 100 yards, probably closer to 120 on the evening running the football, and we've still got time left here in the 3rd. So he may be pushing 130 plus. A little different ball carrier. That's number 34 that time for the Spartans on the carry. Spencer Pease. And just a junior running back. 2nd and goal. He lost some yardage actually, back to the 9 now. 45 seconds and counting here in the 3rd. If the Spartans don't get this in here before the end of the quarter, they get to take the long walk to the other end of the field. They pitch it to Terry. Terry looking for a seam. Not going to get much. Back to just maybe beyond the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal upcoming. 15 seconds left. They probably won't get a playoff. They're just at the 6, actually. 3rd and goal. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. So the Spartans will take the walk down to the other end, leading 21-0 over the Diamondbacks here at Century High School. It's Gate City Game Night, presented by Lookout Credit Union, also sponsored in part by Valley Office Systems and Portneuf Medical Center. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here on IdahoSports.com.
So here.
Well, welcome back here to Gate City Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. Lauren Jensen and Dallin Fryer bringing you the action. It's the 4th quarter. The Minico Spartans in charge, 21-0 and driving. It's 3rd and goal, though, from the 6 as they try to extend their lead. Handoff up the middle. Not going to get there, but awfully close at the 1. So Bendelli, 4th and 1. He was trying to go for his 3rd touchdown of the evening, making a little bit of a case for himself to be the IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department.
And the way that Minico's been running the ball here, it's a no-brainer. Going for it on 4th down, it feels like.
Yeah, and you got to think they'll hand it back off to Bendelli. He's been the man who got him here. They do hand it to Bendelli over the left side into the end zone. Touchdown. Japeth Bendelli, his third touchdown run of the ball game, as he punches that one in from 1 yard out. And he's flirting with that 150-yard rushing range right now, as Japeth Bendelli has been the workhorse. On for the PAT is Solorio. Snap and hold are good. Kicks up, and it's good as well.
Yeah, Bendelli, he when he scores a touchdown, he has the mantra of, I've been here before. He doesn't typically celebrate much. He doesn't raise his hands. He doesn't do chest bumps with all of his teammates. He just kind of gives the ball to the ref, runs back. He knows where he belongs. It's in the end zone.
Yeah, and he has been there before, 3 times, in fact, just tonight, as he's given his squad a 28-0 lead over the Diamondbacks. Century, this is what the score was when the game ended last week, 28-0 against the Highland Rams. Highland facing off in the Black and Blue Bowl tonight against Pocatello Thunder. I almost called them the wrong mascot again.
It'll take time.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of years.
Preston hasn't made the switch yet.
Nope, and that makes it a little bit more confusing too.
Yeah. Return back to about the 20, just beyond the 20. So it'll be 1st and 10 upcoming for the Diamondbacks. My wife went to Buell High School, another one of the Indian mascots here in the state of Idaho. They haven't changed theirs either. $11:15 left here in the ball game. Different quarterback. It's number 15 out there. First throw, 1 completion. That new quarterback out in the game, that's Deegan Crabtree, a sophomore. He was into the game a little last week as well, kind of in the closing minutes of the 4th quarter. He's a sophomore. He's 6'6", 205.
Wow.
And you can see the height from him as now they got somebody else out there actually. No, he's on.
No, they've got somebody else. Now it's
Yeah,
number
it is.
13 for the
Okay.
Diamondbacks, it looks like.
And a little bit of a handoff up the middle. That's Eversole. Eversole is a sophomore as well, but he's 5'9", 135. So
Very stark difference
Yes.
between the two.
70 pounds and about 8 inches.
So you have to wonder if they're just being a little bit cautious with Satter. That's what you would have to hope, that there's not anything serious going on with him, and just being cautious here.
Crabtree back in there. Throw caught. Gonna be short of the first down, but close. 4th and 2 it looks like. They are taking a look at Satter down there under the Portneuf Medical Center sports medicine tent. Of course, Portneuf Medical Center, one of our Gate City Game Night sponsors. A good medical team there at the facility and a good medical team here at Century High School. .25 left in the ball game. They're kind of rotating quarterbacks as they go back to Eversole. And the lineman lunged forward, false start. So what was 4th and 1 is going to be 4th and 6. And now the punt crew will come on. It'll be Wills again, Silas Wills, to kick it away.
Unfortunately for the Diamondbacks tonight, Wills has kind of been the the bright spot, which I mean I say unfortunately because you never want your punter to be the bright spot. But Wills he's been impressive. He's had a great game punting the football.
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. Coming up for the return, that's Terry. That was dangerous as he really ran up on that, but a nice return inside Diamondback territory back to the 35-yard line.
Spencer Bingham brought down by
I thought that was Terry on the return.
I believe it was Terry.
Was it? Okay. So 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Spartans as they quickly get back to the line of scrimmage. Wayment going down the field, knocked away. Good defensive play by Jake Rawlings to knock it down.
That play, you could see that it was just one-on-one on the outside, and all the non-linemen on the Spartans all seemed to meet together after the play for a little bit longer. You kind of had to see that coming, and I think that Rawlings did as well.
Run up the middle and lots of room for, I believe, Garza. 1st down and more, about a 15-yard run. And it was JT Garza, the 6'4" running back for the Minico Spartans.
Garza really good at changing direction, too, for being as tall as he is. I know, I mean, I'm 6'2". I can't move. I can't change directions that well. 6'4", that's an impressive feat for him. Great athlete.
Pitch goes to Garza. Gets a block from Bendelli that springs him for a few more yards. So Bendelli doing it with and without the football. And that's almost another 1st down. It is a 1st down for the Spartans. Japeth Bendelli, 3 touchdowns. He's probably at or just over 150 yards rushing on the evening. He had a 16-yard touchdown run, a 5-yard touchdown run, and a 1-yard touchdown run. That 1-yard run, as Terry tries to get her out of corner, we're going to have holding or maybe a block in the back against Minico out there. He busted off a 61-yard run to set himself up to punch in his last touchdown with 11:20 left in the 4th. It is holding against Minico. They will back him up. So 10 yards from the spot. It'll be about 1st and close to 20. As it looks like the Spartans will move, if everything holds here, barring something crazy happening, the Spartans will move to 4-1 on the season. As Wayment drops back, gets hit as he throws, but it's complete for a touchdown. Number 84 on the reception for the Spartans. Carson Suchin, the senior receiver, scores on about a 30-yard touchdown pass from Wayment. Wayment hit as he let go, but it was on target, and it's now 34-0. PAT up and good, 35-0. Minico. Minico looking for their 2nd shutout in as many weeks. They blanked Mountain Home 54-0, I think, last week. And right now, they're blanking Century 35-0.
Next week, though, Minico Burley. That's going to be a game that I did not picture was going to be a good game. Traditionally, it's not been that close of a game. Burley has not won in several years. But Burley's been really strong this year, and that will be a fun one to watch.
Burley had a a Division I prospect transfer in this year. Family moved into Burley, and I'm sure that hasn't hurt their football team any.
Not by any means. And a new coach as well.
Yes, yeah, out of Gooding, actually. Gooding's old head coach, Cameron Anderson. There we go. Took me a second.
Yeah, they've it'll make that Burley Minico game pretty entertaining.
Return taken at the 10. Nice little inside-out move by Rawlings. Nice return out, just shy of the 30. And Century will have another chance here with 7:30 left in the ball game. Take a quick look to see who Burley's playing tonight. This 4A.
I believe they're playing Preston tonight.
Okay.
I hadn't seen a score update as of my last look, but that was a little bit ago. Burley has scored a lot of points this year, and that'll be interesting to see against this really good Minico defense, how that stacks up.
Ooh, popped. It looked like there was a little room to run there. As Eversole took the shot on that play. Yeah, Burley 3-0 right now. They are playing Preston tonight, as you mentioned. They play Minico. They get a couple tough ones in a row. Minico next week, then Bishop Kelly the following week. Bishop Kelly, a traditional 4A powerhouse. They're at the top of their conference again this year. Just under 7 minutes to play here. Hit and dropped. A short gain on the play. Ball carrier Ethan Wilson.
Looks like we've got a lot of new faces on both sides of the ball at this point in the game.
Yeah, mostly, at least, especially, maybe just the offensive line might be the only thing, though I think most of them are different as well in there for Century. As Eversole in there at quarterback, along with Austin Turner back there at running back for him. Eversole in trouble. Eversole caught and dropped. Big loss, big sack. About a 5-yard loss. It'll be 4th down and about 15 with 5:50 to go. And neither Eversole or Satter had time to really throw the football tonight.
It's just the story of the Minico defense. They've been tremendous, and that's been a theme all season. They haven't allowed very many points in any game so far this year. I think the high is 21, I believe, against Ridgeline. Other than that, everything's been in the teens or below.
So there's nobody out to snap the ball this time for Century. They're going to call a timeout. And so a little bit of personnel issues. That happens when you've got substitutes, the second string guys in there, not quite sure who was going to come on to snap for that game, for that punt. So 5:12 left here in the 4th. Remember, we're going to have our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department coming up. There's one guy standing out in my mind thus far, Dallin.
I think it's going to be the same one for me.
Okay. We'll talk about it a little, but there's been one man that stood out above the rest here in tonight's ball game.
And again, you can't really fault the Century defense for their effort tonight. They've had a great game overall, even with the 35 points. It's just so much time spent on the field, and that's a recipe for fatigue as the game goes on, and we've kind of seen that in the second half.
Oh, high snap. Silas Wills again does a good job getting it off and getting it down to the 50. So nice job by the kicker, Silas Wills, senior for Century. And like I said, he has been the bright spot tonight for the Diamondbacks. He's given that right leg a workout. So the Spartans will see they haven't had their backups on offense yet. Well, you got to think.
Looks like we're going to get it.
A penalty?
No, it looks like we're going to have a new quarterback for the Spartans. A number you don't typically see behind center, number 80.
Yeah, that's not your traditional quarterback number. That is 80, hands off up the middle. We got to get a shout out to him. And of course, we don't have him on the roster. So number 80, I'm guessing the second string quarterback. I'm not sure if he's a JV guy or what, but in to play and lead this drive for the Minico Spartans. Gain of 5 on the last play. As again, that's mostly second string guys in the game here for the Spartans. Man in motion. The handoff goes to him. He slips on the cut, went down for a loss. The ball carrier was number 4. And I think we're getting to that point where half the guys in the game right now I don't have on my roster because I only got the varsity roster from the head coach, and most of these guys not on it.
The numbers will all be different.
So a couple-yard loss on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Spartans with 4 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Taking a quick look at Friday Night Flash, and a big hole opened up for a first down. That's the ball carrier 34. I do have that one. Spencer Peace for a first down, about a 10-yard run. And that'll keep things moving for the Spartans. They're trying to tack on a little bit here in the last 3.5 minutes of the ball game. We don't have a on-time update for the Highland Pocatello game. It's 14-7 still listed, but that was the second quarter. You got to think that they're well beyond that now. Handoff to number 12, I believe, the ball carrier. No, 16 for the Spartans. That's Hiram Garner.
On the run.
So it looks like it's actually 14-7 still for Highland in the fourth quarter, but the Thunder are in the red zone right now.
All right.
So Black and Blue Bowl competitive tonight. That's the way you want it.
It's been a long time, I believe, since the Thunder have beaten Highland. Actually, the Thunder have never beaten Highland. Handoff up the middle, first down and more for the ball carrier, Peyton Crandall that time.
Well, I mean, I remember last year with Pocatello basketball, Coach Green made a statement that the Thunder had never lost the district title going into the season, and it actually ended up working out because they were able to win the district title.
They still never lost it.
I mean, as of now, they're the official champs forever.
So another first down for Minico. Handoff again, and I think we have a motion penalty again or a false start. It is a false start penalty against Minico. I'll back him up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 with 2:08 left here in the ball game. Another 4A score for you. Bonneville 7, Idaho Falls 8. So that was in the third. Valley View up on Columbia 16-0. Mountain Home getting it done at Gooding 20-8. Handoff caught in the backfield and drugged down. Number 4, the ball carrier that time, hitting the backfield. Lopez, CJ Lopez with the tackle for the Diamondbacks. And it's now 2nd and long, about 2nd and 17 with 1:33 and counting.
So it looks like the Thunder were not able to score in their drive, but the looked like a lot of penalties drove them back, and they had to punt. So still a close game.
Minute 9 in this one. Flag again. We're going to have false start again on Minico. A little further up the road in Idaho Falls at Ravston Stadium. Skyline beating conference foe Hillcrest 29-10. I tell you what, you get a chance, get up to Ravston Stadium. The new turf they've put in there, the lights. It's like a whole show.
I'm going to have to make it there then.
The second best show on turf, maybe?
There will always only be one best show on turf.
Yeah.
One greatest.
And a big tackle for loss in the backfield. That's number 43 for the Diamondbacks. Will Argle with a huge tackle for loss. And now third and forever, all the way back to the 46-yard line. It's like a 3rd and 25.
That's definitely a moment that Argle will take with him, though, tonight, going into the weekend. That probably felt very good for somebody that probably hasn't seen a lot of varsity action, I'm presuming, and any big play in a varsity game, it doesn't matter what point in the game, you remember it.
Yeah, you put that one on the highlight reel. Movement all over the place, but I think they're just going to take a knee. That'll do it, and that'll be the end of the ball game. Teams shake hands, and we're going to step away. A 35-0 win for the Minico Spartans over the Diamondbacks here on homecoming night. It's Gate City game night. We're going to step away for a couple minutes. We'll come back with our IdahoSports.com player of the game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Here on IdahoSports.com, we'll be back.
All right, I put this on one check. Is that okay? Draw?
That was fast and secure. It's Mobile Wallet from Lookout Credit Union.
Welcome back as we have gone final here on Gate City Game Night, presented by Lookout Credit Union. The final, the Minico Spartans 35, Century nothing, and another shutout, the second in a row, suffered by the Diamondbacks. But before we get too much further, we want to award our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department, and that can be none other than Japheth Bendelli for the Minico Spartans. Bendelli, just a monster night for him. He had right around 150 yards rushing, probably about 20 carries for Bendelli in the second quarter just to get things started for the scoring. He had a 16-yard touchdown run. Then he followed it up late in the second with a 5-yard touchdown run. After that, in the beginning of the fourth, he had a 1-yard touchdown run with 11:20 left in the fourth. That was set up, though, by a big run from himself, a 61-yarder that got it into scoring range, and then he drove it in from 1 yard out. To add on to that, Wayment passed for 2 touchdowns. He was no slouch himself. He had a 52-yard pass to Garza in the third quarter, and then he followed that up with a 30-yard touchdown pass to Suchin, number 84, for the Spartans. So between Wayment and Bendelli, they put 35 up on the board, but Bendelli, number 24, Japheth Bendelli, is our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. So a huge congratulations to him. As we look ahead, we mentioned that Century will play, actually let me get back to that. Century will play next week against Twin Falls. They'll travel to Twin Falls. They'll follow up that at Idaho Falls to open up that's not conference play for them. They'll open up conference play against Preston the first week of October, and then they'll face off against Pocatello to close out their regular season. On the other side of things, Minico will play at Burley next week. That'll be a good one. I think we'll have that on IdahoSports.com, so stay tuned. In fact, just taking a look here, we will have that on IdahoSports.com, so check that game out. And then they'll go to Canyon Ridge, Jerome, and then finish things off against Twin Falls to finalize their season. So the season looking good, really. That Burley game, the one that stands out as the tough game for Minico. If they can get a win there, they're definitely favored in their last three over Canyon Ridge, Jerome, and Twin Falls. They could, run the table in the state of Idaho anyways. That 1 point loss to Ridgeline High School out of Utah, but that'll put them in a good spot going into the playoffs late October. So a good game for the Minico Spartans. And thanks for joining us here on IdahoSports.com. This has been an IdahoSports.com game stream production of Gate City Game Night, presented by Lookout Credit Union, as well as Valley Office Systems and Portneuf Medical Center. Huge thanks to all of them. Also brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. The broadcast was also made possible by the great support from our great local businesses, the crew over at Magic Valley Tires and Les Schwab in Rupert, Brewster Cheese, the largest manufacturer of Swiss cheese in the United States. Huge thanks to them. And our power boosters, Mount Harrison Audiology and Hearing Aids, and Teton Auto Group. Huge thanks to all of them. Special thanks to the athletic director here at Century High School, and for everyone here and their hospitality in helping us get this broadcast out to you. Congratulations once again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department, Japheth Bendelli. 3 touchdown runs on the evening, over 150 yards rushing. A good showing for Bendelli. And thanks for joining us again as the Minico Spartans defeat the Century Diamondbacks by a score of 35-0 here on Gate City Game Night. For my broadcast partner, Dallin Fryer, and everyone else behind the scenes at IdahoSports.com, I'm Lauren Jensen saying so long and have a great weekend.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast